Once your paint is done, once all of your color is done, it's time to do your background and your border in pen and ink. So we've seen on the slideshow, there are several different ways that you can do this, but the easiest way is to start by outlining. So this is one of my branches that stems off from the bird from the inside of the box. So all I'm going to do is take my pen and go over my lines first. And I've already drawn some of these contour lines that are going to make some of the shading. And I'll add a little more of that in to finish it off. So the first thing again that I do is simply to add some lime. Now I want to make this area a little darker. So I have several different things I can choose from, one of which is just simple lines, which is what I'm going to do. The roughness of the tree bark. So I'm just kind of wiggling my pen around. Since light will come from the top, the bottom part is likely to be darker. So I'm going to put more ink at the bottom than at the top, this being my top. So my right side is going to be my bottom and my left side is going to be my top. And again, I'm using an ultra fine pen. Also, when I get down here, I have leaves that are overlapping. So I want to make these areas a little darker so that the leaves definitely look like they are in front of the branch. Like so. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. And I've already added quite a bit, as you can see, of my markings. I haven't done this section yet. And I've started on my berries, but I have not finished those either. Zoom in so you can see. So you can see that I used some of the cross hatching. And when I did it, I rounded it because the objects were round. I also used some of the dots or the pointillism. Over here in the leaves, not finished, but I've started adding just hatch marks, which are just lines. In the trees, I've done scribble techniques. And again, where things are on top, I've really done heavy ink behind that. The last thing that you can do is to take, if it's still just not enough, you can use the black paint that you were using before, and we're going to do a black paint wash. So I'm going to use quite a bit of water and pick up just a little bit of black paint. I'm going to test on a scratch sheet of paper to see how dark I am. I'm much darker than I want to be. So I need more water because I want this to be very transparent or translucent. So now I'm in an area that I feel comfortable with because I want it to kind of match values here. So now I can take that black and go over the pen and ink. Being that it's permanent marker, it's not going to run. Also, the reason that I'm doing this is if you were in class, you saw that I made a boo-boo. I got some red paint on my hand and it transferred onto my paper. So I wanted to cover that up a little bit as well so that it wasn't as noticeable. I'm still leaving some white where the light would hit the trees, and I'm going a darker value in the areas that I want a darker value. In order to make a darker value, I'm using more paint and less water. And in order to make a lighter value, I'm either leaving the white of the paper or I'm using more water and less paint. And that'll help shade these areas in as well. And that's all you do.